Budgets are for losers,
said no millionaire ever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Stay tuned as I share 10 reasons why people think they don't need to budget. Up next on this edition of Easy Money. Look, the truth is, it doesn't matter if you make millions of dollars or you're scraping to get by. Keeping a budget is one of the fastest ways to easy money. Budgeting is the main tool for managing your finances, yet many people feel it just isn't for them. Here are 10 budget myths that stop people from keeping track of their money.
I know exactly where my money goes and I don't even need to write it down.
I've been helping others with their finances for over 15 years. Most people truly believe they know where every penny goes. And if you can do this, great. But the truth is, most people don't know where 100% of their money is going. And there's no way to take control of it if you don't know. The first step to budgeting is to just track your expenses, which leads us to the second reason you don't need to budget.
Numbers are hard. It's hard to add numbers.
I get it. Let's say you hit the grocery store 4 times per month, and on average you have 9 items in your cart. Well, that's 36 items to track. Plus you have gas, rent, and did I hit McDonald's on the way home? I can't remember. That's a lot to keep track of. But there's no reason to let that overwhelm you or stop you from staying in control. Let's make it easy. Start small. You don't have to keep a ledger or be a whiz at Excel. You can use free apps, things like YNAB or Mint, and they'll do it for you. And just so you're aware, I'm not sponsored by either of these apps. But there are a lot of things that you can do and many other tools out there to help you track your finances. Some of the ways to track your finances are things you're already doing and tools you already have. Take credit cards, for example. I know my Chase credit card, it does this for me. Not only is it cool to see where your money's going, it's telling and the fastest way to help you change habits and pull back in some of that easy money. Now, there's nothing wrong with utilizing Excel and having the columns do the work for you. It's as simple as creating one column for your income, another column for your expenses, then keeping a running tab on the difference between the 2 columns. The key is to start.
I don't need to budget. My job is secure.
These are famous last words. We live in a world of uncertainty, and no one's job is truly safe. With that said, that is a huge reason to start a budget, because you never know what the future will bring. It's always best to be prepared. And I hope your job is secure, and you'll have it for years to come. And that's all the more reason to track your finances and watch your wealth grow.
If I lose my job, I'll just use unemployment.
Budgeting isn't necessarily all about saving. With that said, unemployment compensation isn't a sure thing either. Let's say a bad situation at work leaves you with no choice but to quit your job. Unless you can prove constructive discharge, that is, you were virtually forced to resign, your departure will be considered voluntary, making you ineligible for unemployment insurance. In addition to this, unemployment is typically just a small portion of what you were making, and the average person receives between $300 and $500 per week. Having insurance like unemployment can definitely help you sleep better at night, but they will not give you control over your spending and saving habits.
But Andrew, I don't want to deprive myself.
There's a huge myth that tracking one's finances and keeping a budget means you're a tightwad, and every available cent needs to end up in savings. Let me give you some insight. Budgeting is not synonymous with spending as little money as possible or making yourself feel guilty about every purchase. In fact, the whole purpose of budgeting is to do the exact opposite. It's to help put more money in your pocket so you can purchase the things that you want, whether that's a daily Starbucks or a Lamborghini. Shout out to Stradman.
Andrew, I don't want anything big. There's nothing for me to save up for.
Well, if you don't have any major savings goals, whether it be buying a house, starting your own business, buying 365 Starbucks lattes in a year, or the next 7,541 piece Millennium Falcon Lego set, it's hard to drum up the motivation to track your earnings and expenses and stash away extra cash each month. But that can change. I've been trying to teach this concept to my 9-year-old. For months, his personal savings has hung out around $4. I'd hand him lists of chores he could do to increase his savings, help him come up with the best business ideas to start, and the response every time is,
Dad, I don't need or want anything right now. There's no need to make more money and save.
Fast forward to last week when Fortnite launched its latest set of skins and my 9-year-old needed $12 right that second. Dad, it's disappearing in 30 minutes. Of course, I take that opportunity for an I told you so moment, which went over like a lead balloon. But that's just it. Controlling your finances isn't as much for the here and now as it is for your future. There's no crystal ball to tell us the future, so it's best to be prepared.
Cool, Andrew. That's all well and good, but I don't need to be prepared. I love being stressed about finances.
Sure, don't we all? Who needs 20-cent iced coffees when we have all this financial stress and anxiety to keep us going? But seriously, the number one reason Americans stress out is due to finances. And it's one of the main factors in relationships ending. I remember one of my lowest financial moments when I was 24. I had finally purchased my dream car, a 1999 Honda Prelude. And the harmonic balancer broke and the timing went out. Yeah, the harmonic balancer is a real part of your car. The bill came and it was about $600 to fix. I didn't have $600. And at the time, $600 might as well have been $6,000 or $60,000. But I could still remember that feeling, that utter gut punch. I never want to have that feeling again. Whether it's an expense that creeps up on you, reoccurring bills, or the thought of your kid's education. Budgeting is all about taking control of your money, regardless of how much or how little you're making. Once you've taken control, you no longer have the worries. You don't have to stress, there's no anxiety.
All right, so fine. Why budget? I'm debt free.
Good for you. This was one of my first goals when I began keeping a budget and tracking my own finances. This is huge, and everyone should strive to get here. And as great as it is being debt free, having nothing in your savings won't pay your bills in an emergency. A zero balance can quickly become a negative balance if you don't have a safety net. Budgeting will give you the ability to stash money away for those what-if moments, for the just in case, or if that rainy day comes along.
I'm afraid of what I might find.
It can be scary. No one wants their flaws pointed out to them. However, sticking your head in the sand isn't the answer either. There is no need to be afraid. Dale Carnegie once said, "Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy." So you're afraid. Take action and you will conquer that fear. Start small. Track your finances for 1 week. Then another week more. Then do it for a month. And before you know it, a whole year will have gone by. Once you do this, you'll find one of two things. There was either nothing to be afraid of, or there was indeed something to fear, but now you know what it is and you can start conquering it. 84% of people underestimate what they're paying on digital subscriptions, or have subscriptions they're not even using. Wasting that money month after month after month. That's easy money right there. And as you track your expenses, you can find these valuable dollars and put them to better use. Let's say you had a monthly subscription to Wasting Money Monthly, and you totally forgot you're dropping $5 a month on it. That's $60 per year. Shift that over to a savings account, you weren't even aware you were spending that money anyway. And now you've got $60 stashed away in savings for that rainy day.
Andrew, this video has all been well and good, but the truth is, I just don't have the discipline to maintain a budget.
The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." You don't have to do anything crazy. No one's asking you to go out and reconstruct your life. Start small. The fastest way to easy money is through small, simple changes that'll add up over time. Start today by tracking your expenses. Take that one simple action. And over time, you'll develop the discipline to budget and increase your wealth. To be honest, whoever you are, And no matter the amount of money you make or you don't make, keeping a budget is the fastest way to easy money. This is how you take control of your money. Each dollar is a soldier in your army that you're commanding. How will you guide your army to victory? We're fortunate that in today's world, there are hundreds of easy and free ways to track your expenses. From apps to Excel, or just writing things down in a composition notebook. You don't have to hire an accountant or do anything crazy or even do anything that costs money. Budgeting, it's your fastest way to easy money. Hit that subscription button and notification bell to ensure your continued access to that sweet, sweet easy money. I'm Andrew, this is Easy Money, and now it's time to invest in yourself.